Hello, and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look real quick at the news that dropped yesterday. Of course, you most likely already saw it if you're like kind of on social media. As we have here Growlithe, the Sneasel, and the Quillfish in the Hisuian variant coming into Pokemon Go. We're going to take a look at them and go battle League real quick afterwards. But let's take a look real quick at the event that we're going to get before. We're going to get the Growlithe and the Sneasel only from 7km X, while you can at least get the Hisuian Quillfish from the wild, which is going to be interesting. Yeah, gonna be very interesting in general how it's all gonna turn out. We don't have the moves currently in the game code. I'm gonna make an update video as soon as we have them, but I can show you already what their potential is, and it's not a lot of moves that they can learn, so it's gonna be kind of similar to what I'm gonna show you now. You see the event in general. The event kind of features all the Pokemon that you can kind of get in the first 1-2 areas in the game, which kind of does make sense. There are 2 Ultra bonuses, which we don't know yet at the point where I'm recording this. You still see it at the same day while I'm recording it, but maybe something changed in between. We know that we get from the 27th to the 2nd another Ultra unlock, most likely the Water Ape thingy, definitely, and also like something else. We have to see what else we're gonna get there. Hopefully the evolutions of those Pokemon, because right now it doesn't seem like we can evolve those Pokemon yet, because usually when they announce new Pokemon they also announce the evolution of the Pokemon being available, and this is not the case here. I think all of the Pokemon that are in this version here, by the way, have special requirements for the evolution. For example, Sneasel has the evolution Sneezler, which is a new Pokemon as well, which you can only get during the day, and giving like a special item that you usually needed for a wee while, which you then used there during the night. So it's a little bit more special. Quillfish needed some special moves as well. Like it's all like they have like their own signature evolve thingies. So we have to see how they're gonna put this into the game. Right now we only get the base forms. We don't know when we get the normal forms, hopefully with the Ultra unlock, but we have to see. And there's also a raid day, which will most likely feature the Hisuian Braviary. This is not like confirmed or anything like this, but we get sticker for this Pokemon, so it's very likely that we get this as a raid day as well, which gonna be also interesting, which I'm definitely gonna showcase on the channel if we gonna get this, yeah, in general, like if we gonna get this in the raid day. But yeah, let's take a look at the Pokemon and what they can do, and also what kind of a spread you need, and in general, like how high they get. You can see here the Hisuian Quillfish actually has some better stats in general than the normal Quillfish, gets to a little bit of a higher CP level with this. And the Great League 0-15-15 is your deal. You have either Poison Jab or Poison Sting, so it guarantees gets a very good quick move. And then at the charge moves, you have most likely Dark Pulse. You most likely gonna have Sludge Bomb, and I would guess you're still gonna have Awkward Tail to have like some kind of water coverage there, as it's still a Pokemon that lives in the water, even though now it's a Dark and Poison type. Evolution of this thing, Overquill, has basically the same moveset again. You see here now it only needs to be level 19, also same 0-15-15 as the best possible version, and there's basically the same attacks. There's nothing coming really into it, which, yeah, it's just like here, and it should be fine. Next up, Hisuian Sneasel. It's gonna be basically a Toxicroak in terms of the typing. Poison and Fighting, has access to Poison Jab, Ice Shot, Psycho Cut, Quick Attack, Shadow Claw, and Snarl. Hope like it most likely gonna get Poison Jab. It's definitely gonna get Poison Jab. It's the only Poison type move it learns. It doesn't learn a Poison type charge move as far as I saw, at least. You see the potential charge moves. There's a lot to come. I could see them putting Drain Punch on it. It learns Close Combat on its own without a TM, so they mostly gonna put Close Combat on it. And Close Combat plus a Poison Jab can give you some nice coverage. Of course, it's a little bit of a squishier side. It has the exact same stats as a normal Sneasel, so it's very squishy. I would guess that they give it like Ice Punch as like a coverage move, as also like an homage on the normal Pokemon, like the normal Sneasel. But yeah, this is basically the moveset, and it's actually pretty decent. You're gonna see it later on. But we have to see, there's, by the way, no counter on the moves. There, like in general, no counter on this Pokemon. Counter is not a move that was in the game for Pokemon Legends of Arceus. Like there are tons of moves that are sadly got scrapped out of this game in general, so they will not give him counter because they can't give him counter. It doesn't learn counter at the current state of the game. It might learn counter down the line if you can transfer those Pokemons to the new game coming up over at the end of the year, but before this we will not be able to get counter on Hisuian Sneasel, which is kind of sad because it's the best move on this Pokemon. There's no fighting type quick move really. I think it has Rock Smash, but like I didn't put every completely horrible move on this thing. Next up, Sneezler, basically the same moveset again. There's not a lot that changed here. Again, Poison Jab, the same thing here. You see it needs way less. It's a little bit even squishier than the Sneasel. It's the evolution of it, which is kind of funny because it's a cool looking Pokemon. Then we have the Hisuian Growlithe, which is gonna have access to Bite, Ember, Fire Fang, Iron Tail, Snarl. I can see them giving it Bite and Ember again, like the normal version doesn't have a Rock type quick move, nothing like Smackdown or Rock Throw, even though it's now a part of Rock type. And we have the Rock Slide and the Crunch on the tier right now. You could also run like Flamethrower or whatever, like these are the moves that it learns. I don't think they're gonna give the baby from Wild Charge, to be honest. I would see something like, definitely Rock Slide in my opinion, but most like the Rock Slides with Crunch and Flamethrower. I can see the rest are like wild guesses, which I don't think that are coming into it. Of course, Return is more like an error here. Return will not be able to learn. And the Arcanine has basically the same moveset again. Here you could see them giving it Snarl, Rock Slide and the Wild Charge, which is basically then also like similar to what the normal Arcanine can do right now in the game. Also has access to Snarl there, so I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get this. Wild Charge is also, I think, a move that the Totem or whatever the... I don't know actually how the thing even called, like the big version of this thing they have to defeat in the game, has as well. So I'm pretty sure that we're gonna see Wild Charge on it again as a coverage move, which is always good on our Fire and Rock type, which doesn't really want to see any Water types. So yeah, this is gonna be the moves of this Pokemon, of those Pokemon in general. We can take a look at the Great League version of this real quick now. And we're gonna see that actually the Hisuian Sneasel seems to be a cool pick here. Like, if you get the moveset that we have there, which I think is pretty likely actually, it might be a cool spice pick. Of course, it's not gonna be the craziest either. You see the Hisuian Quillfish not being the best one here, but I think it has some play in some restricted metas. It has a better typing now-ish. Yeah, like it has basically the same typing as Skuntank and the Drapion, but why would you use a Quillfish if you can use Drapion? So it's kinda not the best typing for itself because it's less unique with this. Sneasler also looks cool, a little bit even less bulky than the other one, so it's a little bit awkward. The Hisuian Growlithe can only be 2 Pokemon here, which is funny, but it is, I guess, one of the hardest walls for the Skarmory, which is hilarious. And the Arcanine, we have to see what this thing can do. It doesn't really look too good, and like Arcanine in general is like a little bit tricky. It's not really the best stats for the Go Battle League. Next up, we're gonna have the Ultra League, of course. We have the same here. We're just gonna power those up. Here you can see how high the Hisuian Quillfish gonna come. Also, the Sneasler comes pretty close to 2500 fully XL. And the other ones don't need XL as far as I know. This doesn't need XL, this doesn't need XL, and the other one as well. Growlithe, of course, I couldn't just put this thing away because it's still at... the will not be work whatsoever. But we can see here, Sneasler and Hisuian Sneasel both look really cool, especially the Sneasler has like some play here. It looks like a kind of core breaker, cool Pokemon if we actually get the moveset. Of course, I'm gonna make an update video as soon as we get the actual moveset in the code. Overcruel looks also pretty decent, but again, like it's basically a worse Drapion again, sadly, so why would you ever use it if you have Drapion as well, or like a Alolan Muk or Skuntank? All of them are just better versions than Overcruel, it seems like. And the Arcanine, sadly, is kinda horrible again, is the hardest wall to Talonflame, but I don't really see this Pokemon doing too much in this meta. And into the final meta, of course, we have the Master League here. We kind of see here that the Sneasler does the most damage, basically. I can take a look at the CP afterwards real quick. Sneasler has the most play. Arcanine has, I mean, a little bit play, but also not really. And the Overcruel, yeah, I guess it's also not the best. Again, here Overcruel gets to 3330 at level 50, Sneasler gonna get to 3643, and the Arcanine at 3556. So yeah, this is gonna be it for the video. Thanks for watching, see you next video, like right rest of your day, and yeah, I'm gonna make an update video as soon as we know the Ultra bonus, which most likely gonna be Braviary. Then you can take a look at this Pokemon as well, and as soon as we get basically stuff in the code that shows the moves. The IVs and spreads and whatever should be fine, like the CP that you see here is the CP it's gonna have in the game later on, so this is fine, just the moveset gonna be a little bit tricky. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it as soon as we have it again. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and bye!